Hey everybody, BTFTMC 1984 here again, and I do apologize for not having a video up sooner. Just been really busy. I just wanted to do this one because it's something I've been looking forward to for a long time, since even before Mattel released it. See, I got a box, got it in the mail a couple days ago from Mattel. Oh, I might show you off what it's about to be. See, Hot Wheels did a pre-order a while back for what's in the box, and I'm going to show you these before I show you what's in here. It's going to be the Back to the Future DeLorean. So I've been looking forward to for a very long time, and not just any Back to the Future DeLorean, it is going to be the Part 2 DeLorean. See, this is a small collection of Back to the Future DeLoreans I have so far. Well, not including the boxes of these, but this is just a brief history of it first. This one came out in 2011. This was the new models. They took the 2010 DeLorean and retooled it for the Back to the Future Time Machine. It's called Back to the Future Time Machine. It does not really say on the package as it being, well, except for on the back, it mentions it being a DeLorean, but nowhere on the actual package itself it says Back to the Future Time Machine. It doesn't say DeLorean, except for maybe the DMC logo there. That came out earlier this year, or mid this year. They finally released these brand new light speeders. Camera up a second here. Light speeders with stencil for super fine detail. It has a lot of Back to the Future references. It hinted to what was going to be coming out later. The Mr. Fusion logo, the 88 miles per hour symbol, the flux capacitor, which makes time travel possible, Hot Wheel logos, and it even has the October 26, 1985 at 1:21 a.m. That was the time Einstein returned from the his trip 1 minute into the future. If you remember, Doc sent him 1 minute into the future from 1:20 a.m. in 0 seconds. And then, of course, when these ones came out, I made my customs, which I did try to do as correct movie accurate details I could for being a small model. I still need to maybe make the little tubes that go on each side of the vents, but other than that, it's been as detailed as I can with what paints I have for the correct detail. Still need to fasten this one up. Still looking for some wheels for it though. I got a couple of mine I want to cut up to get the correct looking wheels for it. Other than that, that has been detailed. They even put the correct tail light sequencing on it. And then I decided to go extreme and create the flying DeLorean with the exposed, or with the deployed hover conversion in early 21st century that Doc does. About 2015 is when it comes back as the Mr. Fusion. And a lot of people have done it, and I've seen it. And not to say they're wrong, but they have messed up on the back part. They just glue on a little piece onto the back, the plutonium chamber. Actually, they had to. What needed to be done is cover up a lot of the extra junk that's on the back of it, because that is how the movie was done. I even did a really bad 2015 license plate. See, it's somewhat detailed. I gotta do some touch-ups of it because it's been moved around a little bit. But interior was detailed. The back, I did mess up a couple after watching the movie again. There were a few things that changed colors. So, you wanna do what you can do, right? Alright, so let's get on with this and actually get inside the box. Open it up. And out comes Back to the Future Time Machine. Now, I don't know why they didn't put Part 2 on it, because that was when we saw this car. And you can see the beautiful artwork on top. It getting ready to travel through time. You see the temporal vortex is opening up, and it is leaving the fire trail behind, so it hit 88 miles per hour. The flux bands are ignited. Really nice. And then here is the car. Really interesting that I remember seeing it on the previews that it was supposed to be a bare metal, but apparently they put like a Spectraflame gray or something over it, because it's a duller gray. So I really can't call it Spectraflame, but they painted it gray, it looks like. Oh, that's the weird coating that they put on it. See, real rider tires. It's got a metal base, metal body. Oh, I forgot to mention on the light speeder, they made it a plastic base metal body, or plastic body metal base. So that could become later on for transfer onto one of those, if you really so desire. I might do it with that one and give it full metal. Because the only one I'm missing right now is the San Diego Comic-Con from, I think, 2010 or 2011. They did for it. Yeah, 2011. Missing that one, and also missing the 3 from Japan that they did. Alright, let's get it out of the car keeper so you can see a better detail on it. See the interior, or the interior was detailed somewhat. The back was more detailed. I do have a few quirks about it. Well, one thing I do like is they finally put the light gray on the fascia, which I know the Comic-Con one is missing, and also the Boulevard stock DeLorean is missing as well. Few nitpicks I have, and I wish they had detailed the bottom with the lighting that's supposed to be on the Part 2 car. The package art. Now I know it's showing the car going through time, which is nice, but we never saw in the movie the car travel through time on its 4 wheels. It was always in hover mode when Doc time traveled, with the Mr. Fusion conversion on it. The only time it travels on its wheels is Part 3 with railroad track, because the hover conversion or hover circuits were damaged beyond repair, and both 1885 and 1985 Docs could not repair them. The vents on the rear are a little bit too bright of a chrome or a gray or silver color. They should have been more this darker color because of the heat transfer that comes out of the car, and the cooling distorted it. And if you look at pictures of the car that they're rebuilding from the original movie, they did go back and redo the coloring. And the only time it really would have been this bright would have been in Part 1. A little quirks, you know, because I've watched the movie so many times, is they forgot to put that little window or decal for the window for Mr. Fusion. Mr. Fusion was basically a coffee grinder that they stuck on back of the car, and it should still have had the measuring tray for the grounds. I really like the license plate on it though, because it does. Here it is. I did do a somewhat match job. Of course, I didn't have a fine enough brush to really get the detail that needed to be in it for it. And just looking up closely, it does have, I don't know if you could see it or my camera's even going to be able to zoom in on it enough. Let's see. Up too far. Come on. Back. Let's try this again. It's really hard to see, but it does have the small lettering from the California plate that was done in the movie. It does have the blacked out DeLorean logo in a gloss, you can see, unlike its regular counterpart, which had it in silver, which was incorrect. But that is the Back to the Future DeLorean. Really, really stunning detail. I hope that they do re-release this thing again, and maybe Part 3 with the replacement time circuits, and maybe a hover mode like mine was built to look like, which would be really nice. On the back, before I go, it says activate the flux capacitor. This modified DMC-12 or DeLorean DMC-12 was truly ahead of its time. when it rolled onto the screen in the Back to the Future movie series. It features Mr. Fusion, a home energy reactor, popping out of the engine compartment, and other authentic details. Plutonium not included, which is incorrect to say. In part 2, Doc removed when the plutonium chamber was removed, it no longer or when the Mr. Fusion was put on, the plutonium chamber was no longer needed. It no longer needed plutonium. It was using recycled pieces of garbage. So why they needed to put plutonium? Well, I guess kind of also makes it plutonium not included. Doesn't really need it. And mine happens to be 2417 out of 3300. Would have liked to have had the 88 or 1985, 1885 or something like that within the universe of the numbers, but I am happy with it either way. So that is the Redline Collector Club Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine for Part 2 with Mr. Fusion next to my customs and the light speeder and the original 2011 new models. Hope you all enjoy it, and hope I'll have more videos coming out soon. But until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.